There are two types of chaining. We can use behaviors or words, but anytime we are trying to learn something that requires more than one step, it's going to involve chaining, forward chaining or backward chaining. Forward chaining you're familiar with when you learn a song. You learn the first part of the song, and then the next part, and then the next part, and the next one, until you get to the end. The problem with forward chaining is we remember the first part really well because we go over and over it again. And we get to the middle, we don't remember it so well. And so when we get to the end, we may not remember that part because it's been so long since we started. Forward chaining is moving things along one after the other, adding a link as you go. So you start with the first item, and then you add another item to it. And so you repeat. You do the first item and the second item. And then the next one, you do the first, second, and third items. And then you do the first, second, and third, fourth item. One of the key parts about memory is that the more times it's repeated, the more we'll remember it. So the portion that gets the most practice is going to last the longest. And in forward chaining, the part that gets the most practice is the first item. So it works great when we're starting. At the beginning of it, we have a song, say, "Oh, Canada." And then you go, I don't know what the rest of it is. Or you start with, "Oh, say, can you see by the stars?" And then I don't know. You get started fine, but after the first part, it goes down, and you don't remember the next part because you remember the very first part, the part that you practice well, but not the parts that you don't practice as well. Backward chaining starts the other way. It starts with the end. So the fifth item on our list, we do practice it, and then we add the fourth item and fifth item, and then we do the third, fourth, and fifth item, and then we do the second, third, fourth, and fifth item, and then we do them all, 1 through 5. This is a great way to teach yourself or others how to do a collection of behaviors, do one thing after the other. Because once you get started, it's very easy to do. The hardest part is remembering how to start. Once you start, the first item naturally leads to the second one, which is more practice than the first one, and then to the third, which is more practice than the previous two, and then to the fourth and the last. So it's a great way if you're giving a speech or learning a poem to start with the last line and then add the line before it to go with it, and so on. It allows you to put things in a more lasting pattern. Backward chaining works very well. It's not often used by most people. That's why this is a really good tip. This is something you should try. Backward chain the words that you're trying to use or the behaviors that you're going to put in a pattern.